Hi, another update for the Super Mario Super Show video game project I'm doing with my children. So I just wanted to go over my thoughts on his super idol. So now we're pretty well advanced, we're moving on to that. So I did some research and I'm looking at this pose and I think that's really interesting. Give me a sec. I like his demeanor because so far what we have now, we currently have this guy here. So if that's his normal state, I thought for his super state, instead of changing his colors to that one there, we could change his attitude. Here, he still has that bounciness, like, I'm your friend. But if you hear his voice, it's really aggressive. And he's the kind of kid that sounds like he might want to pressure you to, I don't know, try beer or something. So anyway, here's another, when he gets like the, I believe it's the star power, he turns into like this Mad Max mode. And I really like his helmet. So I want to take all those things into account. I'm not going to do something like that, but man, it'd be interesting to see him in a different skin. But it's something for me to think about and pitch to my kids, because after all, it's their project, not mine. And that's another thing I have to keep doing, is remembering that it's just not my stuff, it's their stuff. And sometimes I can get a little carried away. I wanted to show the fans this because I'm getting comments like, hey, that's Sonic's run, but yeah, I mean, they're all doing it. They all run like Sonic in the show, so that's why I have him run with that little circle. I mean, this drawing's, you know, what it is, but it definitely clearly identifies right there. It's a little circle. They all do it, and they all have their own colors. So, just wanted to point that out. This is why I have him run the way I do. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to do a couple mixture of things, and I have to get my daughter's approval on this because she's the art director. So, I like this pose here, and I think I'll use gray for now. So, I like this pose. I like the confidence that this pose has. Very Mickey Mouse line of action sort of stuff. Like he's the boss. It's kind of funny. It's almost like this little chihuahua, right? That like thinks it's bigger than what it really is. I like that, and it's a nice contrast from this boring one here. I don't mean to say boring, just more like it's a contrast. And I really like that right there. But he looks like, yeah. So I'm going to end up possibly with something like this, and I'll explore a couple of options here. I mean, I also enjoy that his fingers are like that, like he's always ready. So I'm thinking something like this, but I was thinking maybe, and I'll pitch this to my daughter and see how she feels about it. Maybe he can be like a little bully, you know? And maybe he can have like his fist here, and he can be constantly like smacking his fist to see like who else is gonna get beat up. I think that would be hilarious. So it would be something like this. I know the drawings are really rough, but so he would be. So if this is his fist here, it would be something like that. And that would be his little hand. Let's get this hand. Something like that. I think that would be funny. It's just a little bully. Or we can just stick to this. We can stick to that. Of course, this drawing is not that great. So if I'm going to sell it to my daughter so she can approve it, I should do a better job. Maybe we can give him a smirk, but he's like happy. Who else is next? Reminds me of Joe Pesci from Goodfellas. Those Cooper Troopers, they don't know what's coming to them. There you go. So now he's Goodfellas, gangster-like Toad. His pose sounds like his voice, the tone of his voice. So this is what appeals to me with this pose, and I'll get my daughter's approval on it. Something like that. That way there's contrast between this pose and this pose. Here's his normal, and here's his bully-like. I'm gonna get you, Cooper. So I'm going for this. Why not? Let's try it, see what happens. Usually I explore a little bit more, but I think it's something like that. Now the drawing's off model. Obviously I'll put it on model, but I think it's enough to pitch it and see what's going on. So now we're going to explore another thing. We have to explore his transformation pose when he turns into Super Toad. So I think what I want to do is a couple drawings. Let's see here. So let's see. That's the thing. We're always going to see him in these Mickey Mouse-like poses. Do that. Whoa. Probably have his mouth like that. What's happening to me? Have this float up. Come transform me. It's all epic and stuff. We could try that, or let's see, let's push it a little bit further. We can have him surprised. Maybe something like, whoa, I didn't know that would happen. Ooh. Maybe he grabs his hat. What? What am I turning into? I thought it was only Mario and Luigi, never me, because I'm just a background character who's always saying, eh. Let's see. I like this because it does have that feeling like, really me? I'm getting the attention here? Crazy. You mean Toad Treasure Dragon, not just backpacking, not doing anything? I'm gonna actually be a super dude? How exciting. And this has a very, got struck by lightning or struck by awesome forces. Let's do one more. How about, fist like thing. It's like, yeah, this is so generic. I hope my daughter doesn't go for this. We'll see what happens. Like, yeah. Ugh, man, I hope she doesn't go for it, but we'll see what happens. B or C. In fact, what I'll do is a survey. Nah, forget it. No, I don't want to leave it up to the fans. Sorry, guys. This is my kid's project, no one else's. Alright. I really like this. I hope we go for this. I have a feeling she's going to lean towards that. If she did, it's cool. Sir, my son and her's project, it's fine. Really hope we go for that bully-like feeling. And I hope we go for this one. That I didn't know that would ever happen to me sort of feeling. I think that's cool. It speaks to the underdog, you know, like really me, I'm capable of contributing to a game. I think that'll be nice and sweet. But this definitely has like a superhero vibe to it too. So maybe we can do a blend of both. Maybe we can do something like we have that, and we also have this like really? Like, what? And maybe like his hand is like the forces of goodness or whatever that's gonna transform him into Super Toad, and his body's and his whole expression is like just catching up to what is going on to that fist. That'd be interesting. It's funny, huh? Because like I'm getting really deep about how they should feel, but that's what I like about drawing and animation. Like, you get to invest those feelings and treat them like the real people, you know? Like, really, me? Oh, cool. I've been chosen just like the rest of the guys? You mean I'm not just this little victim guy? Maybe we can make his hand kind of like surprise. So not only is his face surprised, maybe his hands are surprised too. There you go. It almost feels like some cool force is also picking him up, you know? Like, yeah, dude, it's your turn. And you might be wondering, do I think like this all the time while I'm working? I actually do. I sit and I think and try to invest a lot of thought into all the work that I do, so I'm sincere about everything. Or else it's just why you do it, right? It's just a drawing. But I remember when I was at Disney Studios, I did this drawing of Mickey Mouse, and I remember telling my mentor, it's just an in-between. The dude looked at me with fire in his eyes, and he told me there's no such thing as an in-between. I was like, holy smokes. And he wanted me to treat every single drawing like my life depended on it. And I never looked at drawing ever the same after that. I didn't know that that's how hardcore the Disney animators were. So I really hope they bring back their 2D animation. And I got that too. And so I'll make sure that like I am investing everything I can on one drawing, so I can feel it and feel, you know, like everything's special. Cool. Alright, so I might lean towards this one too. Dang. I really like that hand, feeling surprised. So, we'll see. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Alright, this is my Rad Ricky update. So, I colored this because I'm going to put that on a mug so I can have a mug with it. Anyway, so I updated this banner on my Patreon. If you guys want to check it out, go for it. And I'll have the description in the video. And I wanted to show you a couple of concepts that I did. My son plays Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and so we thought it would be cool if we had Ricky do it. And so this is what I did here. I drew Glass Joe, and then you know how Little Mac, he's like all happy and then he has like a bruise. I thought we'd take it further and turn him into a skull, and maybe, you know, his grave would be there. And then I started, you know, drawing him like running in the cityscape, and then maybe drawing his idol. And then I thought, you know what? My son said he'd code it, and I was like, all right, well, that'd be great, code it. And because in the video game you'll have choices whether you get to play that level that everybody knows, and you'll be able to play this game. And so I ran into this thing here. I'll show you. I ran into this image and I thought, hey, why couldn't this be the game? Like, Punch-Out, your Little Mac is in the front. Why couldn't these guys be like in profile like that? So then I did a drawing of just that, and I drew little Mario right there. And instead of calling it Punch-Out, we're going to call it Knockout. Of course, all this based off the 90s and, you know, a little bit of the 80s in my childhood and my favorite games. And one of the biggest bummer of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was that they didn't keep updating the characters. They didn't keep doing more. I saw the Wii version, I saw the other versions, but I don't know. I'm going to take the opportunity to update my own roster full of characters. I'll do my own thing and see what happens, and they'll all be like animated. And we're going to give it a shot and do the gameplay this way. So nobody's going to, if anything, it's going to be the referee here in the middle, and he'll be the one reacting. So it'll be quite funny. He'll be very involved in the game. So these are temp animations, well, poses. So that'll be his idol, very insecure. That's him punching, just jabbing and jabbing low. That's him blocking. These are some poses for his blocking. I thought maybe it'd be cool if we could see his face, but we might go with that, or I might go with that. And these are his uppercuts, and that's his dizzy state. And that's just the other drawings for him jabbing. These are all like temp drawings. This is what my son needs, so he can temp out the gameplay. So that's exciting too. He's going to temp that out and see what's going on. And that's him getting knocked out, and then eventually his grave. That's him getting punched. And these are some characters I was exploring. Thought it'd be kind of cool to do this dude here. And this is based off a caricature. Well, this right here is pretty much one of my uncles. He looks just like that. That's why I decided to just try my best to caricature people I know. When he saw this, he laughed his butt off. And this is a guy I know too. His name is Clint. So I thought it'd be funny if I did a caricature of him. And there he is. And so that's his block. That's him getting hit. That's his little cockiness, you know, his idol. That's him getting hit from the stomach. That's his punch. 1, 2, his knockout, and his punch in the gut. These are all temp drawings, so we'll see what happens. This is the ring. That's the audience. And then that's the background. It's generic, you know. And then that's the little sign that says round 1. And that's what it looks like all together. So that's how it's going to be meant to be looked at and played at. So it'll be very interesting. So every time he gets hit, you'll see the referee's face looking at the camera like, dude, you just got hit. Or if, yeah, so it'll be interesting. It'll be very animated, very cartoony. We'll see what happens. And this is in addition to the game I'm working on the side. So I thought I'd share my progress on what I'm doing. And yeah, you guys have a nice day. Thanks.